Hi guys, it is a little bit late on Tuesday night. I'm gonna send this to you tomorrow. I am in my new apartment. I haven't really shared it with anyone, but it has no furniture and I still haven't unpacked everything. So yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little bit like gross where I am. I don't even know if I've showered in a few days, so I'm really sorry for my appearance if anyone cares. This is just kind of the way I'm showing up today because I'm gonna make sure this gets done. It's better done than perfect. So here we are. I really want to talk to you about DMing today. I have been realizing more and more that DMing is not part of your social media strategy. And my encouragement today is to really make it a part of your social media strategy. However, I'm going to suggest a couple of things that you might not have considered because you probably think it's weird to do it this way to strangers, but I'm gonna change your thinking around this a little bit. First, let me explain why I think DMing is important. Number one, I find that when I am DMing with people, I find that my content is pushed to them by the algorithm in a much stronger way. So it is my thought and theory that DMing is favored by the algorithm. Not confirmed, personal opinion or a personal observation, but I just find that people that I am DMing with are such strong engagers with my content. And I don't know if that's because the algorithm's pushing stuff directly to them so they're always seeing it, or if they just feel really invested in me because we have conversations that they look for my content. Either way, it works for me. They're seeing my stuff, they're engaging with my stuff, and that means something to me. I notice this a lot with my clients too, because I'm also often managing their DMs. And so I see again and again and again the people that I'm having a lot of conversations with in the DM are really strong engagers and referral sources and people who are reposting them on their Instagram stories. So for me, that's a really big sign that people that I'm having conversations with in the DM feel more invested in me and closer to me and have been great supporters of my content, my clients' content on the other platforms as well as a result of that. So for me, definitely, if you are not checking your DMs, which I have recently learned is quite normal for a lot of people, and I was really surprised to hear that. I'm like, oh, if people are writing you and speaking to you, that's so valuable. Check your DM and respond to every single message unless someone's being rude, of course. Okay, so on that note, oh gosh, and you know what I just realized? I've been looking at the screen when I'm talking to you and not at the little camera source up here, and my friend and video strategist, Arian Alexander, reminded me to not do that the other day, and I just messed up again. I don't know why I have such a hard time absorbing that lesson. Okay, so I hope I'm looking at the right place now and you feel more connected with me. Now, as I was saying, something I said at the beginning of this video is that I don't think writing back is a bad thing. I would actually suggest that you make a stronger connection with the people that you're DMing and you video back a response or you audio back a response. Now, I'll show you exactly where these features are in the back end in a second, but let me explain why I think this. First of all, I think there are a lot of bots out right now that can be automated to respond, right? In fact, I actually have one running on my account right now. Right now, any new follower who follows me on my page will get an automatic message that says, hey, this is not an automatic message. I'm so glad you're here. I help people do X, Y, and Z. Here's a free such and such that you can download here. Now, a lot of people, because I've admitted that it's an automated message, will be like, great, thanks. I'll check it out. But I'd be willing to bet, because there's a lot of people that have automatic messages like that, they're probably not checking it out, right? They're probably not checking out my free offering because they just feel like they haven't made a connection with me. Like they don't feel, maybe they need what I'm gonna talk about in their feed and maybe they're like, oh, I'll get to that later, but they don't feel that connection, that investment with me, that they're probably like, oh, okay, she does that thing, cool, whatever. So instead, what I do at the end of the day is I go back into my DM, I take a look at who my automatic messenger has sent to that day, and I send another message to each person and I say, hey, this is me. Actually, let me back up. I open up my audio or my video and I say, hey, Like, I just wanted to say hello in person. I'm so glad you're here. Just as a reminder, this is what I do on my page, X, Y, and Z. I host a free Q&A Thursday every Thursday on my Instagram story. And I've created this really juicy social media survival guide that's gonna help you do X, Y, Z. You can download it here. I'll just drop the link. And I do that over video or over the audio feature. So they're hearing my voice or they're seeing me greet them in person. And I am actually filming this in that moment. So I'm actually greeting them by name. I'm not just like filming some random video like a week ago that I'm just like sharing to each person. No, I'm actually taking the time to greet them personally, and I'm doing it by audio or video. So it's clear that I'm doing it in that moment. It's actually me, and I'm taking the time to make a connection with them. What I think that does is, again, it makes that connection. It shows that I've actually taken time out of my day to think about their needs and to give them something that I think that's gonna help. And I think that creates a bigger impact and increases my conversion rate in terms of new followers to also new email subscribers by so much more, and it really like speeds up my relationship with them. Plus, I've noticed it also means that they become more engaged people on my feed. So on that note, my tip for you today is to 100% pay attention to all your new followers and all the people that are DMing you, and to make sure that you are responding to every single DM. So now on that note, let's talk about how to do that. I did mention that I 100% think you should be using the audio feature and the video feature to do that. And just in case you don't know where those things can be found, take a look right here and I'll show you. Okay, so if you open up your DMs, this is actually my DM between me and my husband, which I set up so I could show you this. If you see that little microphone at the bottom where it says press and hold connect, if you press and hold that, you can actually leave an audio message, and as soon as you lift your finger off of it, it is automatically gonna send to whoever you're DMing. Now do you see that little blue button with the camera on it? If you press that, it's gonna open up to your camera. And guess what? You can just as if you were leaving a story, move it over to hands-free, and you can videotape it like normal. Hi, my name's Sophia. This is welcome to my page, yada, yada, yada. Download my free offering. I'll drop the link, here it is. And then you just hit send. Make sure you obviously send the link after that if that's what your message is saying. Now, do you see that little text bubble at the bottom, the 3 dots on it? That actually makes it possible for you to create quick replies. So you can actually copy and paste some text in there so that when you're on the go and don't have the ability to do audio or video, you can have some already well-crafted copy to send really quickly and easily. Cool. So here are the takeaways. Check your DMs every single night. Make sure you're responding with video or audio. Expedite your relationship, make it, get them invested as quickly as possible, and watch your fan base become more and more loyal and excited to be in your community. That's a wrap, folks. Good night. I'm going to bed. Have a good one. Love ya.